Man, it was amazing. Those last couple of seconds, my heart was just beating. Like I don't think my heart had ever just pounded that fast in a moment. But it was surreal. Everybody rushing the field, storming the field. Having that win, it's just something you get to tell your grandkids one day. Something you tell your kids one day. Like it will forever be, stamped in the history books here at the University of Arkansas.
No, it's one of the biggest wins in really almost 20 years, and we're watching a little bit of some of the highlights of the game as Tennessee, which were really one of the most explosive teams in the country. You guys' defense came through, and so did you. We had your stats on the board a minute ago. It was not that it's an individual sport, but I know you feel great being able to make such a monumental contribution.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, it's not just an individual sport. Our quarterback, our linemen, our running backs, it all takes all 11 on both sides of the field, all the 22 people that's on the field. It takes those people and their individual efforts, to make sure that everyone else does their job as well. So with all us doing everything we needed to do, it all came together. We played a great game. We battled adversity, coming out of halftime. And, we stuck together, everybody on the sideline, nobody had their head hanging down. Everybody knew, we go out here, we keep playing our brand of football and we can come out on top.
And Andrew, this season there have been so many close calls. The week before against A&M, a couple of weeks before that at Oklahoma State. What do you think happened on this memorable Saturday night for everything to come together to bring this win over one of the top teams in the country home?
Man, just to finish, like you said, those last games where we had those close games that we lost by one score, I feel like we didn't finish. And we went out there and we did what we had to do, all the way down to it was all zeros on the clock.
Andrew, certainly there's been a lot of changes at Arkansas, namely new offensive coordinator coming in. Let's start there and talk about the importance and the influence that Coach Petrino has had on you and your teammates.
Oh, he had an extremely, great influence on us. Not just even I feel like not even just the offense, the defense as well. They everybody just loves Coach Petrino. He's a great coach. He comes to practice every day, and you have that respect for him as a player, and you just make sure that you want to do the best you can for him because he's doing the best he can for you as well.
In terms of just what you do, how much has it changed for you in terms of what type of routes, plays, schemes, the whole thing?
And Coach Petrino, he has his little way of scheming up things for players and putting different players in positions that you probably wouldn't even think you would be in, and I think that's the great thing about him. He wants you to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and I feel like everyone on our offense has bought into that, including me. And I feel like that what makes our offense go.
Andrew, we had a stat up there. You've had 33 straight games with a reception. And I know the right answer here is I don't think about that. I'm a team player, but you're a great player. I've known a few like you. You've got to be thinking about doing something to get the ball. All receivers want the ball, don't they?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, absolutely. But you gotta do what those things on the field to help you get the ball. Like I said, blocking for a teammate, having a teammate get open, running your route that you're not getting the ball, but it's gonna get one of your other teammates open. And I feel like the football guys just fall in place for you when you do things like that. So I pride myself on blocking. I pride myself on running my route to if I'm not getting the ball, running my route to get one of my other receivers open and things like that. So I feel like that's really my motto.
I know you're a Bolitnikoff nominee, and I'm really curious because wide receivers are very confident people. You have to be when you consider you're going up against usually the best athlete on the team on the other side. What do you think it is about you in particular that gives you the confidence to go make that play, which you have done so many times, including last Saturday night?
And well, every time I line up, every time I go out on the field, I tell myself, the man in front of me, I say, my will, I feel like my will to survive on this football field is higher than the man in front of me. So I go out there every day and with that mindset, and I guess it just goes out and just it shows up on the film.
For those of us who have never been in an arena like you were the other night, and you will be, try to describe to us, if you don't mind, Andrew, what is going through your mind? I realize it's repetition, it's muscle memory. You know where you're going. You can't be thinking, okay, well, that's what we would do. I mean, you know, you're going to have to make a play. You're going to have to do something extraordinary. You're likely to get hit pretty hard as well. What are those seconds like for you as you're going out for a ball?
Man, I try my best to just think of it as it's routes on air. I try to move the defender out of my like line of sight so I could just it's just me and the ball. And even if the defender is on me, I try to limit their presence as much as I can and just focus on the ball as much as I can so that, when it does hit my hands, I squeeze like my dad always told me, squeeze the fat on the ball. And that's what I do once the ball hits my hands.
And you can't think about anything else. Before you go, I want to talk a little bit about the head coach, Sam Pittman. He's somebody that all of us who sit behind microphones and cameras have always really enjoyed. We have pulled for him. He's had tough luck, but does it feel like Coach Pittman finally has this team heading in the right direction and all that outside noise is going to go away?
Oh, absolutely. Coach Pittman been having this team on the right direction before the season even started. Even with those two losses that we had early in the season, with those one-score games, the team never, shied away from Coach Pitt. Coach Pitt was always there telling us, we know what type of team we have. As long as we keep battling, as long as we keep doing what we have to do, playing our brand of football, we're going to come out on top in those close games, and that's what happened Saturday.
So it's a bye week. Everybody takes a bye week differently. There's two this year. I'm sure you chance to get healthy a little bit, give yourself a chance to think. But what do you have planned the rest of the bye week, especially when you get a little bit of time away?
I don't really have another plan. I'm getting ready for LSU. I'm getting ready for LSU. Watching film on LSU early. We get a whole extra week to watch film on them. So I'm not. I'll be in Fayetteville, and I'll be in my house this weekend. Watching football and watching LSU versus Ole Miss.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Brian Kelly yesterday. While you're relaxing, he's got his hands full Saturday night, and I have a feeling you'll enjoy every moment of it. When you watch a game on an off week, what exactly are you looking at? I'm sure you're looking at the defense pretty closely, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. Of course I watch the whole game, but yes, I zone in more on the defense, their DBs, safeties, even linebackers, because sometimes somebody might line up in a slot, you might have to have a linebacker on you and things like that. So my main focus is just to watch the defense as much as I can, find tendencies in the defenders and see what I can do to get open against them.